We are going to make nachos. Here's your nacho plate. Start out with an empty plate. This one's totally done. See, it doesn't fall off, doesn't do anything. Yeah, that one's done. You take some clay, and I like to use like flesh tone clay because it works great for food. Then you take your little Kimper cutter, and it's a little triangle there, and you make it. You pick the smallest one I have, and you make a whole bunch of little nachos. So, where's my button? Oh, there it is. So then you have a bunch of little nachos, and you stick them up on your plate. You get all your little guys on your little plate. Then you take some ecru chalk pastel. Grab your paintbrush. Where'd it go? Here we go. Maybe I can even just dust a few on there. The dog keeps ringing the bells wanting to go out, but he just went out. He's driving me cuckoo. So if you hear ringing bells, it's not in your mind. You're not going crazy. It's the dog. Come on, nachos. Yes, I'm humming Yellow Submarine. Anyway, get some of that stuff on there so they look like nachos. Not only are my nachos so realistic that they have, you know, little bins in the chips, but they also have teeny tiny little hair, just like when you go to some places. Continue to drive yourself crazy trying to make these perfect in 10 minutes or less. Then you grab yourself a piece of red, doesn't really matter. This is your tomato. And you're going to chop teeny tiny pieces of tomato and put them on. They're just tiny chunks of red, but it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Now the tomatoes are on, you take your little red piece, get it out of the way. I'm using 2mm black glass seed beads, and what they are is they're just little from the jewelry section. They have they have holes in them, so they look like black olives. Where's my pointy stick? Oh yeah, I used it for my other project. Alright, well I'll use this. Okay, so you take your little beads here, and you drive yourself crazy by putting on a few black olives. Would you just stay, okay? Just do what I tell you and stay. Good boy. Sometimes you have to talk to the beads. It really helps them obey. And I would only put 3 or 4 on there. Go ahead. I know there's like 20 of you out there going, but I don't even like black olives. But it looks good, okay, you guys? And make sure you kind of stack them underneath a little bit. And then if you get a side view, oopsie, if you get a side view, then it kind of looks more realistic. It's kind of cool. Okay, now that you're done with the boring olive part, I'm going to use chunks of brown, like this, for the little hamburger meat, or refried beans, whatever. And now just tiny little chunks, kind of fling them all around. When you get enough little chunks of meat on there, take your triple thick, not your triple thick, your TLS, Translucent Liquid Sculpey. This is the clearance price, you guys. I got this long time ago. It's just lasted forever because it's a giant bottle. No, you can't buy it for that price anymore. It's really expensive now. Put your sour cream right there on top. There's your sour cream. And bake that little puppy. After it's already baked and dried, if it sticks together, wonderful. If not, which it probably won't, especially the little glass seed beads that you used for olives, then after it cools down, then I would use a triple thick glaze to cover it, or something to that effect to, you know, seal it in there. I completely spaced the cheese before you put on your sour cream. You're going to want to put on cheese, and just use your TLS with that same ecru color and a little bit of yellow in there to make cheese color, and get some drips of cheese all around. My husband just got home from lunch, but he doesn't want to eat nachos, so I gotta go cook some real food. Take your time with this because it will drive you crazy. Get on there. Yeah, you should have put the cheese on before you put on any of the other toppings, and that way they could also stick to it. But I did a terrible job on this video, so... Oh man. Alright, well there's my globby nachos. And then pretend that this is the one I actually made.